All right, let's go ahead and do a recap here for this Thursday's price action and just kind of take a look at the 15-minute and with our key levels from the daily market review and kind of see what was set up for us today. So I was watching yesterday's price action for the last 24 hours, just kind of look at to see where things were at. You can see that we kind of had this bottom area right down through here and then that top area up through here. So mainly what I was looking for in the last 12 hours or so coming up, it was this going to have a continuation on out or a breakdown. You can see that we did slam into this area right up here, which is been marked on the charts since the beginning of the week. It's the mid-range area. So you could see this broke and then we broke down and then we made it a higher low right here in the morning. So there wasn't a lot of opportunity in the morning. It was pretty quiet. You had your break trigger on both sides and you're waiting for this to break out. Now, if you're waiting for this to break out in your backtest on the 15, that was right about here was the backtest, and you could have got in right here. Now, if I watched my 5-minute, and you can see that's why I got in right here. It broke back above the 21. And what I was looking for is because we came out with so much volume here, ideally, I was looking for this to break up higher than this high right here and break through. Where I made my mistake on reading price actions because we actually came down, and this should have been the reversal right here is what I should have been paying attention to. So we made this higher high right here. We came down, and this right here, what I was watching was this volume down here. And you can see we're actually running back up. Now this should have continued and run up and broke above this and made at least a high up in this area before trailing. But what we did is we went up and created a lower high, and then we fell on down. So when this was breaking back up here on the 5-minute, this is where I did enter on the trade, and you can see I put my stop down here below this area here, and then we ran on up. And I was thinking this was actually the move right here that I was looking for. That should have been right here. So for this to really build higher momentum, when it slammed into this major resistance right here from the execution midpoint, it's really going to take, if it's going to take this area out, then it really is looking for this higher run. And it's just not really set up for that right now, the way the market is sitting. So I did not get out of it till we got back down here, and that's because we broke the 21 right here. So once we broke the 5-minute 21, I went ahead and got out, which was right down here in the bottom of these candles. And in the end, it was only less than 0.5 to 1 trade, so that wasn't very good. But to me, it was executed with excellence, if you will. There's exactly a reason to get into the trade and a reason to get out of the trade. There was no rush, no did I miss something. It was very high probability, and that's what I was looking for. So the trade was executed perfectly. Now, for me, I actually had people ask, why didn't you get in on the short then? Because this was telling you it was breaking down, then we came up and rejected again. And then we lost the 21 right here, and we started to break down, backtested. This should have been the trade. For myself, I don't like to trade any of this price action. The reason why is because we're between these two moving averages. And this could easily come down anywhere in on these levels and turn back up and push up. Now, if I was going to take a price action, which this is against my rules because we're coming into the close of this today, this would have been the trade right through here. And this is my ability to take this execution. And that's what I would have looked at trading, because this is a hard stop area for the breakdown trigger. And this really, we just went back into the zone from today or in the earlier session. So this could trade on down. This could just trade sideways to the evening. It doesn't matter. And that's why I stay away from it. This could just break down and break up. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I would not have taken that trade because we're too close to the end of the day for myself. And that's why I would not have touched any of this during that time frame. Because we're between the 21. So it's basically 50-50 all the way down. And then when it broke down, now I can say I'm bearish and I take advantage of it and go from there. So that's what I'd be looking for in the price action. So that is about it for the recap, guys. As you can see, if you really start to zoom out, and they would always say to always do this, you really need to pay attention to bigger time frames. And you don't necessarily need to zoom out on the 5-minute or the 15-minute. You could actually just go out to the longer time frames period. If I go out to the 1 hour and just kind of look at price action here, where have we done? So we ran up, created this higher wick candle, and then we created this low wick candle. So we're in between this major zones, and you can see that we have not gone anywhere this whole week. We have had some run ups and some run downs, which is nice, but ideally at this point, this is accumulation zone. So this is all, if you're just looking at the weekly candle and analyzing it at this point, this would be an area that you would be buying and adding to your holdings. And then you would start to reevaluate. If we start to break down, you could reevaluate the last week prior than that and see where would you want to start to accumulate again. Just to to point this out, to kind of give you an idea, if this is the candle that I'm talking about right now, and you can see that it wicked all the way up here and you can see it accumulating. But if you're saying, well, what happens if you lost this low candle? Well, I'm going to go ahead and split this candle right here in about half, which is somewhere right in this area. So I would not start to accumulate again BTC till we got back down in this area. So obviously from here where it's at right now, it has to get all the way down below this area. So this is where we lose the current week that we're looking back at, and then we're in this active week. And that's how I would analyze it. And then if we start to break down and we go below this area, the one thing is then really you're looking at this candle right here. And to kind of give you an idea, it's pretty basic. You're just kind of half in there. So somewhere in that area is what we'd be looking at. And again, I would not accumulate unless it's down in this little area. So that's how I would start to understand with BTC is also actually focusing. So that's up to you on how you want to accumulate BTC and look for longer term holds. But that's a pretty strong area to be looking at accumulating. Right now it's just giving us this one candle right in this area, and we're below the halfway point. That's what I was drawing on the other candles, and it's time to accumulate again in these areas. To lose this area, then you got to reset. It's like I was pointing that out. So just a little tidbit if you're looking at not doing so much of just quick trades and looking for longer term type trading and hold the asset and trying to figure out when you want to bring out that dry powder, if you will, and make some profit. So that's about it, guys. We will be talking to you in the next recap on Friday. Like and subscribe. Definitely put any comments in if you have questions, and we'll continue to work together to make a better tomorrow for trading. So talk to you later, guys. Thanks.